guys, welcome back to our channel. It's Yvonne from Ginger Chick Rehab. If you're new and checking out this channel for the first time, this is something I do with my husband Chris. We take thrifted finds and we repurpose them. We make them over here on our channel. We share the process and our vision with you all of what we do to these items to get them ready to resell. And we resell them here locally. We have a couple retail booths and a local antique mall. So in today's video, I am bringing you picnic baskets. Yep, we're kind of out of the season of picnic baskets, but I still had some that I needed to make over in my stash of my thrift store finds. So, okay, we're going into the winter season. Yeah, what can I do with these? So in today's video, I am sharing with you how I painted up some picnic baskets to use as decor and as extra storage. Who could not use extra storage in their house? I know I could. I actually have two picnic basket towers in my own house and I use as storage. One holds cat supplies, cat food and whatnot, and then one in our extra dining room actually holds like my linens and my cloth napkins. So perfect. They're just nice extra storage. So I wanted to share my vision with you all of what I did to these items. To make them pretty in your home. And yeah, they're a little bit of a different twist from my normal picnic basket makeovers.
So who couldn't use extra storage or just cute little decor pieces? When I see picnic baskets in the thrift store, that's what I think of. I just really love the opportunity, especially on these, knowing that I can paint them and update them to today's look. Though this little one is not quite the same thing as a picnic basket, I'm going to be treating it the way that I'm going to be painting it, just giving it some updating. Though it's super cute, but that brass just needs to go. And then this extra large picnic basket, I think actually paint would sturdy it up a bit. So as you heard me say, yes, I'm going to be painting these. So I need to remove this inner lining. Not only am I going to be painting the outside, but I will be painting the inside. So if people do use it for storage, it will be painted. So I'm just going to go ahead and use an X-Acto knife, start to release. This has a paper tape on it. So I just need to get a part that will pull off so I can start ripping this off. Now, I can't say that these are the easiest things to clean. I did blow them off with the air compressor, try to get any of the big lint pieces off from removing that fabric, and then I'm just wiping it down with a rag with some Superclean. The easiest way I know of to paint baskets is by spraying them. So I'm going to be using my Graco TrueCoat 360 handheld sprayer, and I'm just using the ready-to-use black onyx paint from Walmart in the flat sheen. And as long as I have the consistency of adding water to the paint to help it go through the sprayer in the right thickness, I don't usually have any problems with the sprayer. So it's just I keep adding a little bit of water by little to the paint until when I lift up the paint stirrer itself, the paint is not laying on top of the other paint. It's just going right into the liquid. So another thing when painting baskets, boy, do you have to turn these every which way to get all those little angles. So I'm going to start right off with it on its side and trying to get the inside first, along with any of the outside. But that's all that little basket weave there you have to try to get into. But I definitely don't want thick coats. I want to put this nice thin coat on, which it looks thick, but that's the water that will kind of make it look like it's heavy, but it absorbs in. Now you can see why I put this in this grouping too, because of the way that it is made. It has all those little slats, the reed is laying on top of each other, or the pieces are laying on top of each other, that if you tried to paint it with a brush, you could do it, but a lot of pooling would happen. So I just find it better to, if I can, spray items like this. Would you look at all the storage on this big beast of a picnic basket? I could definitely see this on top of somebody's refrigerator. You could have extra potato chips and stuff. It is just a nice size basket. So I definitely couldn't help myself when I ran across this one. But I'm hoping, I find that it's a little bit weaker material, that I know that paint will stiffen that up. Though I'm not going to share the whole painting every which way of these baskets, you just do flip and flop them left, right, upside down, and you'll see all those spaces that need to be sprayed. After I let them dry overnight, and this kind of material just soaks that paint right in, it stiffens it right up, which is very nice. And then I knew that I wanted to go in and not make them just look like they were just freshly painted, especially since I'm keeping them black, guys. I've painted white before, so I thought, you know what, we're going into that season, why not? And I have an idea that black will be perfect. So I'm just taking some 220 sandpaper, and I am just distressing, just letting that sandpaper hit where that sandpaper will hit. So I definitely am already liking how it's distressing just the wee edges of some of this basket. This step is going to surprise my regular viewers that I'm not using Waverly wax on this piece. The antiquing wax, no, I don't think I could get it all even on this type of material. But I do want to go in wherever I touched on the black that kind of made it look, not so nice. All I need to do is just touch it with a little bit of this Varathane finishing wax, and that will bring it back to life. So if you have not checked out the Painted Heirloom Vonda's store, oh my gosh, does she have some beautiful products along with these IOD, the new transfers, and oh, do they have my heart, guys. So I knew exactly what I was going to do with these. So I'm just sharing all, oh my gosh, look at the beautiful detail on all these transfers. Just making the decision and where to start first and which ones. As I was flipping through showing you all this, I think I spied my 4 that I need. So these little French country, I think animals will fit on my baskets perfectly. Now, even though this is not an animal, these florals are definitely that color scheme that I am going for. Will you just look at this rooster and this hen? Oh my goodness. Yes, just absolutely. Yep, that fits into right where what I want them for. I'm going to be attaching these transfers to some fabric. I've got some drop cloth fabric, and I have not tried this before, and I'm hoping that it works. You always hold your breath, but I just definitely thought that detail, a little bit of something on the black of these, won't this, oh my gosh, my heart is already in love with just this setup right here. And then in my hoards, I actually had these pillowcases. They were just throw pillowcases from Hobby Lobby. I had them for a few years on my couch. I was tired of them, but I absolutely loved the ticking. So of course I was going to hoard on those. So I think those will be a perfect back for this drop cloth, that beautiful rooster. Oh my goodness. Although I've done tissue paper on picnic baskets, I've done transfers themselves right onto the picnic basket. Knowing that I want the picnic basket to be black, I knew that I needed to back it. And having this leftover, I just did a bench redo where when I ordered this drop cloth fabric off of Amazon. It wasn't what it used to be, so back to Harbor Freight I go, but oh my goodness, I just absolutely thought that it was stiff enough that I think with some spray adhesive that I'm going to be able to attach this image to this basket. So I just need to go ahead and I'm just kind of eyeballing. I'm new. I have not done this before. I've not tried transfers on fabric before. So we will see how it goes. So I'm just going ahead and just using, cutting out my square of eyeballing what I think the rooster will fit onto. So I have the little stick that comes with the transfer set itself that is wooden. Then I have my redesigned transfer helper there. I wasn't really sure how hard it would get to be able to get this transfer to get onto the fabric, especially since this drop cloth ended up being a thicker material. So just rubbing it on, eyeballing. I can always cut more of the drop cloth. I just wanted to get a usable piece right off the bat. So just going to start by rubbing it, making sure that it's sticky. So it should be sticking onto the drop cloth fabric right now, but there's going to be a lot of rubbing here. And I decided as I'm trying to pull up the top piece, I'm like, oh, I might need to tape this down a little bit because it's all coming with me as I'm pulling up that. So a little helper there of some masking tape. So yes, it is sticking. Can you see that, guys? It is sticking. Oh my gosh, I'm impressing myself. Oh, I'm just absolutely in love with this. Now I know that I just need to figure out how I'm going to be cutting up my pillowcase. So yeah, why not? If you have it and you already used it, yeah, leftover piece of drop cloth fabric, unwanted pillowcase, perfect for us crafters. We don't throw anything away. I'm sure you all hoard stuff just like I do, knowing that sooner or later you'll come up with an idea to use it on. I will share that I do have a couple different spray adhesives in my hoard. So I have one that's just a temporary semi, so when I'm doing a stencil that I can use it and then it's removable. Now this spray adhesive that I'm using on the back of this today, it is also a temporary, but after time it becomes permanent. So that's why I'm choosing to use this one. So yep, I put that spray adhesive on the back of this, then I put it on the piece of fabric from the pillowcase, and now I'm just going to cut the excess off. And only if we could go back in time, I'm like, oh, Yvonne, what were you thinking? Black and black. I should have left a little bit of the cream. But here you are, you didn't really wanted that to pop. See how I should have done a little bit more of the cream. Oh well, it is what it is. So yep, I'm just eyeballing where I want to put this before I put the spray adhesive on the back of this. As you see here, I am using a towel because the only thing I don't like about spray adhesive is the overspray, the sticky that it makes such a mess. So you think you're not spraying, but so I'm just going to be using this towel throughout this whole thing to use that spray adhesive on. That is my only suggestion. Make sure you have something that you don't really care about that is getting spray adhesive on it, because it does leave quite a mess. So a lot of times when I'm doing a stencil, I'll do it right over our trash can, which is a huge garbage can in our workshop. So now I need to slide this fabric underneath those handles. I put the handles in the upright position. That way that I know that I am centered. Then after I get it all centered, I'll start rubbing it onto the basket because it's not a flat surface, so you're going to have to take your hand very gingerly and then just work it on so you know that it's good in it, because it's temporary right now, but then after I let it dry overnight, it will be permanent. And I know there's those who thought, oh, you should have put the hen and the rooster on that big basket. But of course, I'd like somebody to buy both baskets to have the hen and chicken, or the opportunity to buy just individuals. So I needed 4 images, and these were the only 4 colors of that pack that fit with what I was doing. So yep, here we go again. We're just doing that chicken. Left her piece a little bit on the larger side. I had some crinkles going on with the fabric, but I was okay with that. I wasn't going to take the time to iron it. So it's flat enough that I knew I was going to be able to cut that piece off. Don't we just always just get better with time? This time remembering to leave a little bit of the cream color when I cut the stripes. Now the flower one is perfect. It is perfect for this basket. Oh my gosh, look at the tallness is all there. But now when I went to try to transfer this, I think because it has a little bit more littler pieces on there, I was really having a hard time getting it to transfer this time. So I ended up going, I tried the redesign tool. That wasn't really helping. I actually went ahead and got my metal spackle tool, and that seemed to be helping me out real well. So now I'm just going to cut off the excess that I don't need around the image. And as I was fitting this one onto the leftover, what was left over of the pillowcase, I was like, I think I like my stripes better this way. Sometimes, you know, when you're doing something, you're like, So now I've got some back thought to do here. Yep, I definitely love this image on this basket, and I definitely love the ticking stripes going this way. So just working around that bar. When I went to distress this piece, I tried to stay away from distressing the 3 bars so as not to show the brass. And then, yep, knowing that I had a time frame of how long was this going to be sticky until it was permanent, which I assumed overnight, yes, it would be permanent. Yep, I did. I took this hen back off that basket, and I am changing the way that I am putting those stripes. So now I'm doing some problem solving here, because my last image is the sheep, which in my mind, yeah, this would work out perfectly. But then when I stuck it on there, I was like, oh, the sheep's really small for this basket. So then I had this old tablecloth that I had done for a sewing on a YouTube forever ago that I had also put back in the hoard because there's still usable fabric there. So I thought, well, maybe I can align this in between those 2 stripes, put the ticking fabric on there, cut it off. So yep, I'm just kind of doing some problem solving here. But now that piece of drop cloth that I'm working with for the other 3 images does not match that piece of drop cloth. See, they're not all created equal by any means. So I'm like, okay, so well then I need to maybe cut a little bit of this off and use that. So yeah, I'm just working through, as you know, when you're filming these and this is a project you hadn't done and you have the idea in your head, you're just like, okay, don't we just kind of problem solve as we're working on the craft? I'm just going to make the executive decision and just start attaching that sheep to this fabric. So I nixed that idea of that other table runner leftover piece because I did not love it. So I'm like, okay, well, I'm just going to attach the sheep right onto this basket. And then I'm like, yeah, no, nope, too small, don't love it. Not only did the rooster get a new ticking backing, he also got a new basket altogether. He was much larger and he fit the bigger basket much better. I need to seal that transfer and they need to be sealed in So I'm just, my go-to has always been the clear Rust-Oleum, just a little bit of spritz just to make sure that that image is good enough.
Okay, what did you think? I was unsure when I started the process of painting them black, going, oh, please don't, okay. But once I distressed them, they had looked like they'd always been painted black. And I absolutely love the God wink moment of still having that ticking stripe pillowcases and those beautiful, oh my gosh, are those IOD transfers just in awe. Just a perfect fit with that drop cloth, that ticking, on those black. I couldn't think of anything else I would have put on those black baskets for any means. So please give me a quick comment of what you thought of them. Is this something you try? Don't forget to check out the Painted Heirlooms site. Oh my gosh, Vonda has some wonderful products. She does very fast shipping, and so I'll link that down below if you want to check out her store, along with any of the other items that I've used in today's video. I always link them, and I do have my new Amazon store up and ready to go. So thanks again for watching today's video, guys, and if I've inspired you in any way to look at thrift store finds in a new way, please give me a comment. And if you feel so kind and you liked this kind of content, give me a thumbs up so YouTube knows that you like this kind of content. And if you're new and you checked out our channel for the first time and you liked what you saw, please hit that subscription button along with the notification bell so you know when we've uploaded a new video. And we will see you guys next time and you can see what we're up to.